Hello, everybody. Welcome on into some baseball here on youtube.com/ShawnosaurusRex. I'm Sean. 5 nights a week, we're streaming Inside MLB 11, the show. It's fun on PlayStation 2. We have 4 games for you, as we usually do. Padres are taking on the Royals. Tigers taking on the Braves. Blue Jays are in Cincinnati, and the Pirates are taking on the Brewers. We are Midwest to East Coast today, with a couple of, I guess the Padres are a West Coast team traveling. So there you have it. Let's jump in, because I'm running a little bit behind. I had to go get the SpongeBob meal today, everybody. Important things were happening, okay? Padres Royals are what leads us off. But we got it. Got this nice Burger King bag. We're ready to roll. That'll be the taste test tomorrow morning. So if you'd like to know more about the SpongeBob meal, I talk about that for like 15 minutes. So get excited about that. How long is that video? I can pull up the file. It is, it's 14 minutes and 22 seconds. I might take an edit to it, might throw in some trailers, have some fun. I probably won't do that if I'm being honest, because I got to get the footage and put the footage and blah, blah, blah. Balance the audio, all that stuff takes time. But welcome to Kansas City, the San Diego Padres. They're a few games under 500, but they're taking on a Royals team that's been consistently one of the top teams in MLB. It is game number 1 of 4. We were kind of blessed with a nice short stream the other day, after kind of being screwed over by a long one. Andrew McCutchen is the center fielder. He will be leading things off. Ryan Sweeney, the DH, is next. David Wright over at third. Justin Upton in right. Okay, weird. I threw myself off with the last name. Jared Saltalamacchia behind the dish. James Maloney at first. Bobby Abreu in left. J.J. Hardy at shortstop. And Brendan Ryan at second base. Let's see. Live. It's just been this and Demon School lately, huh? Oh, actually, we've had 3 short ones in a row. Never mind. Luke Hochover. I dropped my phone. Friggin' frick, man. What are we doing? I missed that, too. Goodness gracious. I'm sure that was rough on the audio. He's 3-2 with a 3.94 ERA. 5 games with 16 innings pitched. 19, 3 and 11 hits, walks to strikeouts. So, at least erasing some of those hits with via the strikeout. Getting ready to get underway. Sorry, I do apologize again for being a little bit late, but hey, it happens. The Royals in their baby blue, royal blue. And we're underway. Ball number 1. Not the way that you want to start, but that's how it goes. And that is in for a strike. As we are set and settled. No stream tomorrow. Might not even be a video tomorrow. I've kind of abandoned that mini-season thing that I was doing. That may be more of a stream thing. I don't know. I feel like it's tough to watch someone not enjoy something. Maybe it is. I don't know. Well, that one is going to get flared out to left field, but the left fielder has a beat on it. That actually stayed up in the air a lot longer than I anticipated it would. It sounded like he just got it off the end of the bat, so I thought maybe it would drop in. But McCutchen was able to get enough on it that the left fielder was able to make the snag. Ryan Sweeney with a 219 average steps in. He has 6 RBI on the season. We're in the month of May, by the way. It's May 1st, 2011. That gets the bottom of the zone for a strike. I forgot to do a little story. Ah, not that. A boomerang. Oh, here, we'll wait for the next pitch. We'll maybe try to avoid some of those cans. Wait for him to throw it. It's a 1-1. Nope, I did that all wrong. Discard it. That ball's foul. That ball's foul. He took an extra second. I think that was probably not great. Oh, that's fine. Hopefully that'll save. I need to actually get the link. Yeah, but you don't put me on my own channel. That's not super helpful. Oh, I didn't watch my own video, but okay. Share, copy the link. Oh, that's not even the right thing. Instagram still has it. Thank you. Gets the strike. May 1st, 2011. That's inside for a ball. So 1-1 with 2 gone here in the top of the first. Just getting underway. You're just joining in. Sometimes you get to watch me make a social media post because I forget to do it. That is an out. Oh, okay, weird. We got the replays at the end of the inning really throw me off. No hits, nothing going. Austin Jackson will lead off for Kansas City, followed by Placido Polanco. I always want to throw an extra I into that name. I think that's the other name I was trying to think of the other day. It's just like, we're improving on it a little bit. Polanco's over at third, Mark Teixeira at first, Jeff Frazier, toss salad and scrambled eggs in right field. Brian McCann is the catcher, Alexi Ramirez at shortstop, Josh Willingham in left, Neil Walker at second, Alex Gonzalez is your designated hitter. Rich Harden, 1-4 with an 8.36 ERA, 5 games, 14 innings pitched, 19-4-10. So we have a couple of guys on the mound giving up a lot of hits to the opposition. No, that wasn't exactly the case in the first inning, or top of the first, I should say. Austin Jackson, very low batting average, 1 stolen base and 1 home run that provides him the 1 RBI. I promise I'm not tired. More awake than I have been the last couple of days. As we get the strike call in there. 0-1 to the leadoff batter. That one misses outside. 1-1. That is rolled over to the second baseman. Scoops it cleanly. Tries to get the quick steps up the first base line, but the out is there in time. For out number 1. Placido Polanco. I was like saying Placidio, but that's not right. I don't like saying it. That's what I say. That's popped into foul territory. Does the first baseman have it? He does, as he clangs his knee into the railing. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out. For out number 2, Mark Teixeira stepping in. Did we watch the Royals game yesterday? I missed it. No, we just had the Royals recently. No. Mark Teixeira is apparently just very... we had them against the Marlins a couple days ago, but it was still long enough. Trying not to double up on teams, but hey, sometimes it happens. We are in the month with the All-Star break. That'll be, I forget exactly where. The All-Star game is on the 28th of December, which sounds... No, that's a Sunday. Because my birthday's on a Tuesday. It's my birthday month, everybody. Get excited for that. Strike at the bottom of the zone to Teixeira. Yeah, so it'll be a Monday, it'll be a one... Oh, no, a Sunday, I apologize. Sunday will be 1 game, Monday will be 4, and then Tuesday might get swapped with Wednesday. Just depending. This is cranked out to right field and gone. It is a solo home run for Mark Teixeira. A 2-out smash puts the Royals in front 1-0. And that's what he does. That's what we've seen him do. And it is sank the Mariners one day. He is a dangerous hitter from the left side of that plate. .380 majestic feet. Jeff Frazier. Oh, wow. He has not tossed any salad or scrambled any eggs. Doesn't even have a photo. So, and he's in the 4-hole, which is wild. He's in that power position. 0-1, 2 gone. That gets a strike call, so it's 0-2. That one misses outside for a ball. 1-2. Would like to see him go with this batter that has no average. Would love to see him just go right at him. Look for strike 3. I know you're trying to get cute. You're trying to get that swing and miss. There it is. That'll retire the side. Teixeira goes yard and gets the scoring going, but the Royals can't follow it up with anything. Pardon me. Upton Satalamakia and Loney coming up. One run on 1 hit. 1-0 Royals heading to the top of the second. Yeah, ring him up. Like that's not his goal. Ooh, we cursed him. We said ring him up. Apparently the batter hit that into left field. Because that's what happens. It's a leadoff single. Padres get a runner on immediately. Jared Saltalamacchia steps in. He has 3 home runs, 11 RBI. Not a bad looking average either. That gets the inside corner. Really nice pitch there. Just a real nice dot. 0-1. That pitch misses outside. That misses inside as well. Pitcher shakes his head and is ready with the 2-1. 1 on, nobody out. Padres looking to fight back and get that solo home run back. That stays outside. So fills up the count. And here comes the payoff pitch. It'll be smashed to left. It looked like that went off the third baseman's glove. I'm not really sure what happened there. Do we have that funky situation in St. Louis? We can take a peek at it as James Loney comes up to bat. Oh, it sure did. It sure was. Because it loses a little bit of momentum But you'll see it's gonna... Oh. Oh, good. That one's even weirder. It bounces off the left side, hits the right, and then just goes right on through. Oops. Where's the ball? And that goes into left field, and it loses a little bit of that velocity, so... I guess this is one of the better ones that we've had as far as, like... At least it was kind of off the glove. It's just brutal that it went right through. So 2-1, nobody out. It wasn't going to be a clean hit or a clean catch either way. The pitch stays up high. Here comes the 1-0. That's at the bottom of the zone and gets the called strike right at the knees. See if the Royals can work themselves out of a jam and a bit of funk on the defensive end. Here comes the 1-1. That's in for a strike. Nice location. Batter pretty passive on that one. Just let it go. Rolls over that one foul, and that will keep the at-bat alive. Ooh, that's going to get away, and that'll advance the runners 90 feet, so that erases the double play and puts two runners in scoring position. It's a bad break for the Royals, who just came off of a bad break. That misses outside. So the count is full. Here comes the payoff pitch, looking to avoid a walk. It'll be a pop-up out to the third base side in foul territory. Plenty of room to work with. There is out number one. Bobby Abreu, the next batter to step in. That pitch misses outside, ball one. One and 0. That one's rolled foul. 1-1. That's rolled up the third base line, but foul. One and two, just high, and that's going to be a ball to even things up at 2-2. I like the idea that he changed the eye level a little bit there, just could not induce the swing. That misses outside. The righty winds and fires. That is going to get dumped into right field. It's going to get all the way to the wall, and it will score two. He will head to second and be in safe. Standing up, it's now 2-1 Padres with the 1-out RBI double. The wild pitch comes back to haunt him, or the pass ball. I'm not exactly sure how you would score that particular pitch, as that one's launched into the left field stands. Or third base stands. 0-1. That's popped away. Out of play, foul. 0-2. That one. Third straight swing. Third straight foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Staying alive. Runner in scoring position with just one gone. That one's outside. Trying to... I think that's a better pitch this time around because the batter had shown aggression. Swinging at each of the first three pitches. Try to keep that auto swing situation going. The righty gets it. He goes right back to that well. Gets the swing, but it's foul. Here comes the 1-2. That's rolled over foul. So, 4 or 5 foul balls at this point. Just battling here. That one will be rolled to the second baseman. He'll stand up, or fire on the run, I should say. Over to first, 2 gone. Runner does advance to third. Brendan Ryan has 5 RBI, 1 home run on a season where he's averaging .318 so far. We're about to hit the first. With 1 month in, we're about to be at that point, which is very exciting. That gets a call at the top of the zone. A strike, 0-1. One on, 2 gone here in the top of the second. That one is low and inside for a ball. Ooh, that just missed the outside part of the plate. I'm a little surprised they didn't get the call, but that sometimes is just how it goes. Here comes the 2-1. That is at the knees for a strike. Evens things up at 2-2. Looking for one more strike to get out of this inning. Giving up just 2 runs. Here comes the right-handed pitcher. Fires inside, and that'll be a ball. Count is full. That will be rolled over to the shortstop. He bobbles it, fires to first. It's going to be late. He's safe. The bobble cost the Royals a run. Should have been out number 3 instead. It's another one of those bad errors, and it is 3-0, or 3-1, excuse me. With Andrew McCutchen, who's 0 for 1 today, stepping up. With 2 gone, he can't find the zone on pitch number 1. It's high for a ball. And the 1 out at a time innings continue to beat these computer teams. They put the runner in motion. Catcher fires down, and he is out. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 error for the Royals. Brutal. And that error allows San Diego to put up a 3 spot in this top of the second. 3 runs on 3 hits will head bottom 2. Brian McCann going to lead things off. McCann misses that low. And inside, just not a good pitch all the way around. Here comes the 1-0. That'll be a strike at the knees to make it 1-1. Can the Royals respond? San Diego did a good job to respond to the Royals with a 3-run top of the second. Or does this right-handed pitcher settle down and not really make it much of a contest? That one is a ball. The right-hander is ready. He fires. That is going to be rolled over and foul up the third base side. Here comes the 2-2. And that'll go third base side, but this time stays fair. He'll have a leadoff single. And these pitchers that have given up a lot of hits throughout the season so far are starting to, both of them starting to crack a little bit. It's only 5 hits total. But that would be the concern as you're looking at some of those statistics. So Alexi Ramirez with 1 on and nobody out takes a strike for pitch number 1. They're going to put the runner in motion. Swung on and missed, and the steal attempt is going to be another out. They are just not good at timing it up. They're sending the wrong people at the wrong times. Kind of everything went wrong for the Royals there. Strike 2 on the batter, who looked like he swung over the top of it, and the steal was out by a couple of steps. That's just not what you want to see. I know the Royals are trying to be aggressive. They're trying to put a runner in scoring position, but you have plenty of time, plenty of outs to work with. There was nobody out. Now it's 1 gone. Here comes the 1-2. That is hit out to right field. He was just walking, and then they were like, oh shoot, he has to kick it into gear. Just so weird. So weird to see. So Willingham steps in, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom 2, down 2. That misses inside for a ball. Righty winds and fires, swung on and missed. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That is going to be lifted into left field. It is going. It is high and deep, and it is gone. And there is what should be a game-tying home run. Instead, it's just a solo shot. The Royals really blew their opportunity with the runner on first. .370 majestic feet out to left field, and they find themselves down just 1 run with a runner gone here in the second. Neil Walker, he'll step in. Batting .258, 3 RBI on the season. That gets the inside corner, 0-1. That's a nice pitch on the inside part of the plate. Gets the strike call. I believe that makes it 1-2. 0-2, excuse me. 0-2 with 2 gone. That misses low. The righty is ready. He winds and fires. That is fouled away to stay alive. Kansas City now down just 1 following the solo home run. So they're able to answer back in at least a minor form. That is going to be strike 3 on a big swing and a miss. Pitch was outside and low. So McCutchen, Sweeney, and Wright stepping up in the top of the third for the San Diego Padres. It's a good eye there by Andrew McCutchen. Let that ball stay low. Work yourself a 1-0 count. Hey-oh. Hope you enjoyed your Friday. That one's up high. Real Friday is by Monday. Rip. I have been there. I have literally worked that schedule. Get home on a Tuesday and you're like, man, I'm done with work for a couple of days. Always felt nice, but a little weird. 3-0 here to Andrew McCutchen. And he'll take the automatic strike. San Diego looking for a little bit of insurance before heading to that bottom half of the third, and he will. To work the walk. That one was outside. I forgot what the count was there for a moment. They're going to the bullpen already. Jim Johnson. 9 games, a 2-1 record, 1 save with a 3.60 ERA. An Xbox 3.60 ERA. 5 innings, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Ryan Sweeney is 0 for 1. Pitch a little outside. Ball 1. This one is out towards left field. Does the left fielder have a shot at it? No. No, he does not. Hold on, I gotta read your chat here. Thank you, thank you. And he's rolled over to the third baseman. Another bobble. It's going to be late again up the first base line. That is twice now that the Royals have not been able to convert on a ground ball directly to them. David Wright stepping in. Oh boy, that is crushed out to right center field. Okay, so the runner will tag up at second. That'll be thrown in. So, my ex-girlfriend, or as I call her, the Xbox. Justin Upton's 1 for 1 with a single. He came around to score. Okay, so the error means that it should be 2 gone, but it's only 1 gone. And again, you look at the fact that the Royals have had a couple balls hit directly at their infield defense, and they bobbled it a couple of times already. It'd be the shortstop in the top of the second, the third baseman in the top of the third. I welcome the puns. Bring them in. Jared Saltalamacchia looking to keep this going. Still just one gone here in the top of the third. It's now 4-2. Likes to play John Madden football on her Xbox. Doesn't even make sense. Saltalamacchia with a good eye. Takes that pitch outside for ball one. 1-0. That is popped. It's going to drift into right field a little bit, but everybody should be able to get back safely. They do. The throw is into shortstop. Not much of a fighter, but you should see her box. Oh boy. We're right back to Vigilante 8, which is not great. took us no time at all to get there. What was the slide whistle? Well, that one's fouled away. 0-2. 2 on, 2 out. Realistically, Kansas City should be out of this inning. But that's not how it works. I do like the turn that last half of that one took. You should see her box. I like the way that works. All right, that one's fouled away as well. We're alive here. 0-2. Can he find one pitch? One pitch to get by him and end this. He cannot. Okay, it's one of those weird animations where the second baseman didn't even go for it. Right fielder fires in. It's cut off, but the runner scores easily. He probably doesn't have a great look at it. We have kind of a funky angle. And of course, the Royals got a bit of a bad break in the top of the second anyway, so. That slide whistle sound? Yeah, that was real weird. I don't think there are any stadium-specific sounds. There are region-specific heckles. Like they were like, you know what? What if when we were in Texas, the guy goes, "Get him a strikeout now," like that. Whereas in New York, it's like, "Hey, get him a strikeout. You want to get a strikeout? Oh yeah, come on, ref, you're killing me." Thought about swinging, but apparently did not. No appeal to the third base umpire. That one will get rolled into right field, and the Padres are putting up a big inning here in the top of the third. Nice job to go out and get that pitch on the outside part of the plate. J.J. Hardy 0 for 1 today. Does have a .414 average. 3 RBI. Can he get another one? A runner in scoring position. It is 6-2. 3-run top of the third as that strike is in the low corner. Any interesting finals today? Not really. One and one. Kansas City desperately looking for just one more out. They should get it here as the right fielder comes in. Runners keep running just in case, and that will finally, mercifully retire the side. Kansas City charged with another error in an inning where the Padres score 3 runs. Gonzalez, Jackson, and Polanco What I almost want to say was Jalanko. See with the Royals if they have any fight in them here in the bottom half. That one misses for a ball, 1-0. That one's inside. Here comes the 2-0. That is a strike. Nice pitch to make it 2-1. Ooh, just gets the outside corner to even things up at 2-2. Readies, fires, and that one's fouled away. Royals are gonna have to start getting some base runners on early if they want to try and get anything going here. And my eye would like to stop being a pain. That'd be fantastic as well. That pitch misses low, so a good job to work this count full. If you're San Diego, you could afford to give up the walk. You're up by 4. Here comes the pitch from the righty, and that will be a walk. Austin Jackson 0 for 1 today. A 133 average. Does have a home run. Here comes the righty. He fires it low for a ball. So maybe Kansas City could work a little bit of patience into their at-bats. See if they can get stack some runners on the base paths. That's a big hack right there. That one stays outside for a ball. Two and one. Righty fires that one inside to make it 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. A big swing and a miss. Got under it there. Or swung under it there. That makes the count full. And a big swing and a miss, so couldn't come up with anything there. He'll be set down on strikes. It's a good pitch on the inside late on the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Placido Polanco 0 for 1. See if he can get anything going for this Royals team. One gone. I mean, really, it's not anything but the inning-ending double play. Kansas City's defense did not help them at all, but that misses low. Pitcher is ready and fires the 2-0. That's going to get away, so that'll advance the runner 90 feet. The good news for the Royals is that they're able to advance on the base paths, but not only that, the double play now is not a possibility. And it's a 3-0 count, so it's... Oof, that is a strike right down the middle. Maybe a little more aggression on that, but I can also see why you'd lay off of it. Here comes the 3-1. That is dumped into left field. Do they round third? They will not. I like that play for the Royals. It wasn't the strongest jump off a second. And that run, it means something, but it doesn't mean a whole lot, honestly. Teixeira has a solo home run in the game already. He could cut this to a 1-run deficit. Smart base running by the Royals. You don't need an out at home plate. That's a waste. Especially because it would be out number 2. Teixeira looks at that pitch low. Here comes the 1-1. Teixeira takes outside, 2-1. Marquis Tex will knock him in. He's already knocked himself in, so I don't see why not. That will spill into left field. Okay. So that'll bring the tying run to the dish. Only one gone. And right on cue. I mean, that was that chat. Marquis Tex will knock him in, and bing, bang, boom. They're going to the bullpen. DJ Carrasco. Yeah. 8 games, no record, 1 save, a 3.86 ERA, 7 innings pitched, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. As he will get ready to face Jeff Frazier, who has nothing going on this season. And for some reason is the 4-hole hitter. So the righty sets and winds. He'll fire. That will get poked. Oh, they're not going to be able to get... They won't get 2, but they will get the lead runner at first. I don't think there was any way they were going to turn a double play right there, so I think just getting the runner that's closest to the bag is fine. Kansas City down to their final out. It is the tying run. That is on the outside for a strike. That is foul at the third baseline, excuse me. Royals out of their final strike. That one's low for a ball, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. That'll be rolled to the shortstop, who fires over to first. That takes care of the side and finishes the game. It'll be a 6-3 final. Kansas City did a good job to at least make it interesting in the late stages of the game. San Diego gets the benefit of a couple of Kansas City Royal errors and another one of those brutal ball through the glove plays. So everything bounced the Padres' way. Bobby Abreu is the player of the game. 2 for 2 with the double. He knocked in 3. Half of his RBIs this season. Rich Harden is 2-4 after the win. Luke Hovicher, 3-3. DJ Carrasco picks up his second save. Teixeira and Willingham both had solo home runs. Teixeira's 4th and Willingham's 1st. So that'll do it for game number 1. We will head to game number 2, which I lost my note. Whoa. Computer. get kind of locked up there. Okay, thought I was worried. You know what? We're gonna have a safety save right here just in case, because something about that seemed weird. It might have been my foot. I might have bopped something, but we'll save just in case. Okay, so here we go. Where are we going? We're going next. We're up here. We're going to Atlanta. Angels take out the Nationals, or take care of the Nationals 3-1. Mets over the Orioles to creep within one game of 500. They also win 3-1. Astros over the White Sox 1-0, and we watched that Royals Padres game. We are going to Atlanta, so wherever the Braves are, Tigers, Braves right there. Bop it, twist it, pull it. Bop it, twist it, pull it, save it. And here we go. Tigers, Braves, game number 2. Thanks everybody for hanging out this evening. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. If you want to like the video and help the channel out for free, that's a good way to do it. Just give it that little thumbs up. Appreciate you hanging out on a Tuesday evening with me. SpongeBob meal release day for those of you keeping track. AKA a very exciting Tuesday. Detroit is 13-13, and the Atlanta Braves are 14-13 as we welcome you into game number 2. Rafael Furcal will lead off at the shortstop position. He is a switch hitter. Then a big line of lefties. First baseman Ike Davis, catcher Joe Mauer, Pedro Alvarez at third, left fielder Raul Ibanez. Adam Jones is in center, Will Venable in right. Orlando Hudson is the second switch hitter of the lineup. He is the second baseman. And Matt Diaz, your DH for the Detroit Tigers. Wonder if there's a heater on. Something's making a lot of noise, it sounds like, out there. And it's not my PlayStation. Mike Pelfrey, 3-1 with a 1.93 ERA, 5 games, 14 innings. 13-6-12, I want to say. 13-6-12, if I'd said that incorrectly. Either way, Rafael Furcal is going to step in. And here is pitch number 1. That's upstairs for ball 1, and we are underway here in Atlanta. Hopefully we don't have as bad a color match game as we did in the Nationals-Angels game yesterday. Yuck. That pitch somehow didn't get the outside part of the plate. Looks like the zone might be a little bit tighter today. It's been kind of tall over the last couple of days. It's also been a little wide at times. That pitch misses wide. It's 2-0. That pitch misses inside. 3-0. This is the count where the umpire really does like to stretch the zone a little wider. And then 3-1 is usually where the batter gets aggressive. This one's going all the way out to right field. Right fielder with a nice beat on it and makes the catch as it was really starting to drift toward that foul line. Ike Davis, 350 on the season, 1 home run, 3 RBI. Does have a stolen base in there. is in the lower corner for a strike. 0-1. That gets the outside edge for a strike as well. 0-2. Looks like that. Misses as well. Maybe as well was not the correct term. It's 1-2. That's rolled over foul. Ready, winds and fires. That's upstairs. Two and two. Here comes the pitch. It's fouled away. Stays alive. We'll do it all over again. That one stays low. 3-2 from the right-hander. That one will stay wide. So Detroit able to have a nice patient at bat, some foul balls to stay alive. Works the count full and able to get a walk on a payoff pitch. 1 on for Joe Mauer, 293 with a home run. One on, one out. Top of the first inning, still going strong. They put a runner in motion. Mauer fouls it off, and that means that it is a reset. That one's going to get away. Runner's going to advance to second, so they tried the steal, but didn't matter as the runner was able to advance on the wild pitch. That is charged out to right. It is going, it is off the wall. The runner did not get a good jump on the pitch, so the hit, because it looked like it was going to be caught near the wall. It's just a simple double for Mauer and a runner advance. And he did not really seem to even get a good jump when it was time to go. That one's in for a strike. Oh, and 1. Another thing they should add to MLB The Show is... That's a miss. Very randomly have a foul ball, injure an umpire. See him need to get replaced. Oh, brutal. Because you'd have no one to appeal check swings to. That is hit. Oh, they're going to go home with it. Oh, boy. Oh, that's such a bad call from Detroit. I forget that aspect of the game exists in 2011. The contact with the catcher like that. Which feels like just a bad move. Like, catchers, wearing gear and all that stuff. Yeesh. Just no hesitation. Just send him right at him. See what you can do. Jar that ball loose. That is smashed up the right field line foul. That one's rolled over. So 0-2 with 2 out. Detroit had opportunities to score, but I'd argue kind of threw it away. That one's sliced foul. Happens a few times a year with umpires. Every game has a couple backup umps. Oh, okay. I think one of the things that they actually genuinely really should add is that the injury should be more noticeable if your player actually gets injured. That is flared into left. Are they going to send the runner again? No, they're going to work station to station. So Detroit definitely costs themselves a run. They still have the bases loaded, but if they had just gone back, if you can get the hesitation to throw back to third and then get the out at first, you still have an opportunity in spots like that. Ugh. Just an annoying little thing about this game. Bases loaded with 2 outs for Adam Jones. Looks like they're going to try and jam him. That stays low. That is going to be an out. So on the underhand toss, doesn't look great, but it is out number 3. Detroit leaves them loaded. And that'll bring up the home half of the first. Couple of Texas Rangers, all AL West, actually. Elvis Andrus is the shortstop. He'll lead off with Howie Kendrick. The second baseman batting second, Josh Hamilton in left. Andrew Jones in center. Matt Joyce in right. A.J. Przinsky's behind the dish. Ross Glode is a designated hitter. Mark Tian is the third baseman, and Gabby Sanchez is the first baseman. A lot of lefties, specifically between Hamilton and Tian. Only one righty, Andrew Jones, to break them up. So this could be a tricky challenge for the Atlanta pitching staff. Is the word I'm looking for. Speaking of the Atlanta pitching staff, or the Detroit pitching staff, I apologize. Javier Vasquez is 2-3 with a 8.36 ERA. 5 games, he's pitched 14 innings. 22, 5, and 11 hits, walks, and strikeouts. So, don't love the matchup for him. Yeah, about player injuries. Third baseman perfectly plays the ball and throws a perfect dart for an out to first. All of a sudden, says third baseman injured. Yeah, it's really annoying. That is in for a strike. Because it looks like everything is fine. It's just the weirdest thing. That is hit well. Foul, though. That's outside. And a big swing and a miss. It's the Atlanta Braves batter, Andrews. Happened to my Matt Chapman in franchise last night. Glad he's only out for 1 to 6 days. Oh, good. Good. That one rolled over, foul. That one, oh my goodness, the third baseman just dove right over the top of it. That little dolphin dive is really, really baffling. So 1 on, 1 out. He'll take that pitch low for a ball. Josh Hamilton's really going to start this lefty lane, so maybe this pop out is good news for the Detroit starting pitcher. That is caught in foul territory. Andrew Jones, the last righty before that big swath of lefties comes in. 2 gone. Misses that pitch high and wide. Pretty ugly. Pretty ugly pitch if you're asking me. That one's going to be rolled over. Shortstop picks it up and fires over to first on a hop. Nice pick by the first baseman, and that will retire the side. So Venable, Hudson, and Diaz, the 7-8-9 hitters coming up for Detroit, who had a good opportunity but wasted it away. They are coming up next. Here is Venable. How is your franchise going? As the righty winds and fires, that one stays upstairs. That pitch low. That's a good eye on that pitch on the outside. Why did the third baseman even try to dive for that? I have no idea. It is the weirdest animation, and it is so frequent. It's one of the many beautiful reasons that you pick the PlayStation 2 version of a legacy sports game. Here comes the 3-1. And a good eye. Good take there. Really like the offense really likes to open up the swing on a 3-1 pitch. But that pitch was nowhere near the zone, and they were able to work a walk. So Detroit puts the leadoff batter aboard. That is in for a strike. Here comes the pitch. He's going to put a swing on that one, and it'll be out in foul territory. Third baseman has plenty of room. So that'll bring in Matt Diaz, batting .259. He has 3 runs driven in so far this season. My franchise is currently 23-7, going good. Made some good trades to upgrade pitching staff. Grab Mackenzie Gore as well as Gregory Soto for some lefty throwers. Nice. Top of the second. 1 gone. They're going to put the runner in motion. It's yet another steal attempt. That throw was almost awful, but It's another out. I don't think we've seen a successful steal today, and that's 3 or 4 that have been not only out, but out by a large margin. He was able to reach out, grab it, reset, and then swipe. Gross. 2-0. That is punched out to right field. That will retire the side. And Detroit has thrown some opportunities away. The funky... I don't love the steal attempt there. I don't love them setting him to try to make contact with the catcher to jar the ball loose. What was that little animation there? Because he throws the ball in, and then he starts running. And then he disappeared with the ball. Okay, weird. Very, very funky. All right. That strike is in the low part of the zone. I think I'll need to I think I'll need to work on some trades for the Mariners. And try to get a little more lefty bullpen armage. It was a problem in the postseason last year. But we'll see. We'll see. Bottom of the second. 1-1 fouled off. Ground ball. Righty steps in to throw. That pitch was way upstairs. Got him to go. And it is 1-2. Oh my goodness. Changed the eye level. Got him to roll over it. That was a very antsy at-bat. That looked like I was in control of the game, just pushing X at every pitch that's ever existed. I can get to it. I can get to it. I can get to it. Oof, that's a good charge on it. There's at least a reasonable dive. First one of those we've seen in a while. He tried to get to it, but just couldn't. At least he didn't dive right over the top of it. That pitch stays outside for a ball. We have a runner on first and 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Probably the optimal time for Atlanta to try and score here. They're going to put a runner in motion, and that is not going to work. Are they going to get doubled up at first? He threw it to second. It didn't matter. Why? Oh my gosh. Oh, a terrific opportunity. It was actually a very well executed hit and run. Put a good swing on it, but just right to the defender. I can't believe he threw it into second base. What are you doing? That pitch misses low. So another 1-0 count for these Atlanta batters. That one's right at the top of the zone. That's outside. Here comes the 2-1. That is hit. Is that going to loop into center field? No, it'll be an out, so that will retire the side. 2 hits for each team, no runs scored for Call, Davis, and Mauer. Coming up for Detroit in the top half of inning number 3. So let's see what this Detroit Tigers defense or offense can do here in the top of the 3rd. That is going to be an out. They will hit a grounder to the first baseman. It's a tight play at first. That running motion really took him into the foul territory, and then instead of throwing it with a little bit more juice, it's a toss to the pitcher covering. Almost enough speed to get there. But alas, it is an out. This will be lined out to left field. And a quick out number 2. So Joe Mauer with an opportunity to be the hero, or at least keep this going. Why is that Atlanta Braves logo so small on the hat? Mauer takes a ball low. One and 0 with 2 gone. That one high and inside. So a couple of good takes for Joe Mauer here. Gets himself ahead 2-0. And that is, the first baseman kind of dives over that one. A funky animation. Mauer is going to go for second as the throw is in. He is out. How was he out? Whoa. It must have got him on the backhand of the slide. Can we look at the replay? Yes, we can. Oh my goodness. I actually love Mauer's aggression here, as we'll player lock on him going up the first base line. Throw is going to come in, and no way! It never touched him. It never touched him. There must be a brutal hitbox in here somewhere, because that never gets in contact. Where's the call made? Can we see the umpire make the call? Hold on. We're adjusting. No, he was not out. That is a brutal break. Not sure. Oh, we were locked in on the ball for the Tigers. I love Mauer's aggression. It must qualify it right about here, depending on that hitbox. We see it a lot in the current MLB The Show games, where it's like the hitboxes on things are a little bit wide. Wow, he should have been safe. All right, so we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Funky call there. An even more bizarre call right there. That looks low to me, but it's a strike. That misses. Low for ball 2. There's the 1-1 foul away to make it 1-2. That's well outside. The righty fires that in and misses. And that is going to be a hit out to the right side. Into right field for a single to lead things off. Another time where we see, at least it's a valiant dive. It's not quite as bad as some of the other ones we've seen, but they do dive over the ball again. So a runner on first, the winning run on first, Elvis Andrews. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Going to be interesting to see if they send him in motion. They do, and it's still going to be a double play. He didn't make the tag. He's safe at second. Are you kidding me? No way. Did they call Joe Mauer out? And this guy is safe at second? He dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Oh my goodness. It caught him in the heel. Oh. Oh my gosh. Whoa. An unreal turn of events here in the bottom of the third. This is the best baseball video game ever made. The PlayStation 2 version specifically is incredible. I should have assumed we see so many bobbled balls by the second baseman and the shortstop. Unfortunately, they are not able to advance the runner. As that goes right to the shortstop. Plays it cleanly. And it's out number 2. So, with all technicalities, the the Detroit Tigers defensively should be out of this inning. Can Atlanta make them pay? They can. It is game 2-0, a walk-off home run. I didn't even finish the sentence. Hamilton clobbers it to right field. A bobbled ball is the difference in this one because it means there has to be one more pitch to the big lefty. Wow. What a game. I guess what a bizarre third inning. Two 2-0 your final here in Atlanta. Mike Pelfrey. 3 innings, 3 hits, no strikeouts. He is your player of the game. He gets the win. 4-1 is his record now. Javier Vasquez is 2-4. Hamilton with his 6th home run of the season. Drives into and drives fans home happy. Wow. I thought it was a double play, and then I realized that he was safe, and I thought that it was going to be some BS shenanigans of like, oh, he just like ran through him and they didn't call it. That would have been wild. Okay, well that is game number 2 on the day. Let's see, we left off here. Padres Royals. Diamondbacks over the Rangers 1-0. Marlins take care of the Red Sox 2-0. Cubs over the Yankees 1-0. And the Phillies beat the Rays. That's a 3-0 score there. We watched that walk-off. I believe we're heading to Cincinnati. No, I think that might be tomorrow. No, we are heading to Cincinnati for game number 3. It is Reds Blue Jays as we take a look at the Mariners, who are 3.5 up on the Angels and the Rangers. The Athletics are 5 back. Almost ended the stream on accident. Would have been horrible. Let's go May 1.3. That's my JPEG. My little thumbnail. So we welcome you to Cincinnati. A fun one in the last A fun one in game 2. Let's see if we get it here in game 3. Or get the same in game 3. Toronto is 14-12, Cincinnati 15-11. One of the better series going on today, or this in-game weekend. Nope. Johnny Damon leads things off for the Toronto Blue Jays, the designated hitter. Then it's Derek Jeter at shortstop, Miguel Cabrera at first, Andre Ethier in right, Xavier Nady, Xavier maybe? Left fielder. Mike Aviles. There it is. I would want to throw it out. I want to call it Aviles, but it's not. Aviles. At third base, Carlos Santana, the catcher. Juan Uribe at second. Lorenzo Cain in center. And that is your Toronto Blue Jays starting lineup. Brought to you by the SpongeBob Burger King meal. Well, actually, you know what? Brought to you by my taste test of the SpongeBob meal coming tomorrow. John Lester, the lefty, 1-1 with a 4.30 ERA. 5 games with 14.2 innings pitched. 13, 11, 10. Walks. Nope. Strikeouts, walks. Nope. Hits, walks, strikeouts. I knew it, but I said it wrong. I'm all amped up after that last game. I'm all riled. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Good old Talladega Nights. One of the things that I wish you could do is put a big Fig Newton sticker on a car. Because that'd be great. Well, this Fig Newton sticker sure is dangerous, but I love them. That's not the quote at all. That pitch stays outside. That'd be maybe a good movie to pick up. I wonder if that holds up. That's 2026 is me just watching movies and I go, is it still bad or is it still good? Talladega Nights, is it still good? And that movie would turn 20 next year, so. Didn't really need to make myself feel old, but that's how it goes. I wonder what other big movies came out in 2006 that I would care about. 2-1. That one's rolled over. Third baseman misses it, but the shortstop is there. Throws it over to first. He is safe. It's a nice play by the shortstop. Just didn't quite have enough mustard on it. And a good play by the first baseman to snag it on a hop. Derek Jeter with a .286 average. No home runs. This has been such a weird Toronto team because we've seen them throughout the season and it feels like it was pointed out in chat of like this team seems like it's underperforming. Like this team is stacked. It specifically was the word that was used, I believe. And then you look at the lineup and you're like, yeah, this team should be doing a lot better. And they're in a tight AL East, but not that Jeter's like #1 home run hitter of all time, but we're 26, 27 games into the season for some of these teams and nothing? He didn't accidentally sneeze one out to left. The steal attempt is... What is happening? So Damon gets on first. That wasn't your fault at all. That was a good throw. There's a little bit of a... So he's going to catch it. This game just does not really seem to have much fluidity. Huh. Well, Damon just, he beat the throw. Good for him. It's a 1-2 count here. Runner now on second. I mean, Jeter doesn't even have an RBI as he strikes out swinging. I feel like he's actually usually lower in the lineup for Toronto as well. Seems like he's like in the 7 spot, which feels like a weird spot for him to be. Anyway, it'll bring in Miguel Cabrera. Out number 1 recorded via the strikeout. The lefty now faces MLB 14 cover athlete Miguel Cabrera. That one's rolled over foul. That is right at the knees for a strike. Oh and 2. That one's rolled over toward the shortstop. He picks it up and fires to first, so Cabrera out there. Now you have kind of a, well, I guess it actually isn't the same situation. Never mind. It was a good play. Johnny Damon just beat it out. We don't need to be comparing it to what happened in the last game. Two gone. That's a big swing. That's a hero swing right there. Here comes the 0-1. That one stays low. Makes it 1-1. That lefty just misses the bottom of the zone. That one, he tried to get a little tricky with that one. That's probably a good take regardless of the call. But in our case, it is a ball. It makes it 3-1. Two gone here with a runner on second. Just underway in Cincinnati, and Toronto puts a big old swing on that one. It's going to get all the way to the wall. It's going to score a run. So a 2-out double gives the Blue Jays a 1-0 lead. He got a little too cute on back-to-back pitches. The first one missed. And you kind of, I think you're okay with the result on either side, no matter what the call is. Like, okay, yeah, if you're the pitcher, you threw this curveball, you're trying to get that upper part of the zone, just get it to drop in and clip the corner. If it's a ball, so what? It didn't get crushed. If it's a strike, great. If you're the hitter, if it's a ball, great. If it's a strike, I wasn't probably going to do anything with that at all. But then he kind of went back to that same pitch and left it in a very hittable location. Gives up the 2-out double. Right-handed pitcher or batter all over that one, but foul. Another big swing from Toronto, who seems a little swing happy early in this one. That's a missed pitch. That is swung on late. So, Toronto does pick up a run on a couple of hits. Sizemore, well, I guess I haven't talked about the lineup yet. We'll talk about it in a second. The home half coming up. Oh, Nelson Rad Cruz. He's batting third, bro. Grady Sizemore is going to lead off, the lefty playing in center field. The shortstop is Jeff Keppinger, batting number 2. Nelson Rad Cruz out in right is batting third. Ty Wigington at first is your cleanup hitter. Michael Young at third is batting fifth. Batting sixth is the left fielder, Logan Morrison. Second baseman, Christian Guzman. Catcher is J.P. Arencibia. And Starlin Castro is your designated hitter to round things out. 2 true lefties in the lineup. 1 switch hitter in Guzman. Cole Hamels is the lefty on the mound, 1-2 with a 5.40 ERA, 5 games, 11.2 innings pitched, 16-9, 7 hits, walks, and strikeouts. Here's your Toronto Blue Jays defensive lineup. As Grady Sizemore looks to get things rolling for this Cincinnati Reds offense. Big swing and a miss there. Makes it 0-1. That misses low. Lefty. Ooh, they're going to go for the bunt. He lays it down. He's most of the way up to first base and safe. He's in time. So a successful bunt from the left-handed batter brings up Jeff Keppinger. That was a really well-placed bunt, and it was actually pretty well defended by the pitcher. Got his hand on it effectively, turned and fired an accurate throw. Just a little too much speed. Now, does Cincinnati put the runner in motion? Not on this pitch. That's fired over to first. He is in safely. There are times where it really does look like the pitcher has the runner beat, but there's just a little hitch in that throwing motion. And it's righties and lefties. Back in safe yet again. Trying to catch him by surprise. That misses. 2-0. The lefty. Set and ready to fire. The 2-0 is going to find the gap in to right field. They are going to go first to third. A little bit slow coming up with the throw. It is up the line a couple of steps. And that'll give Nelson Rad Cruz himself an opportunity. 11 RBI on the season so far. Number 12 sits 90 feet away. What could he do against the left-handed pitcher? That misses low. The lefty winds and fires. Ooh. Nelson Cruz felt like he got a bit of a better swing on that one than he did. I thought he had a better swing on it. Late on it, drives it foul, makes the count 1-1. That is dove over by the third baseman. They will go station to station here. That will score a run to tie the game. We've been confused about how this Blue Jays team is not doing better with how stacked their offense is, but it must be the pitching and defense that are really letting them down. I'd argue the pitching probably more. Two on in the bottom of the first, nobody out. 1-1 game. Takes a strike. Oh, drills it foul early on the swing. Bump, bump, bump. 0-2. That is late. A little late that time. Popped foul. So it's 0-2 with 2 on. That one stays high, good eye. Little swing happy the last couple of pitches coming in, but lays off that for a ball. Lefty, big swing and a miss. That's a nice pitch. Changes the eye level. Kind of looks competitive and then just falls off the table. Michael Young will step in. That gets the low inside corner. That is strike one. Reds with an excellent opportunity here to try and put another run on the board. Hello, how's it going? The lefty winds and fires. That's going to go to the third baseman. He'll fire to first turn, or to second, excuse me. The turn to first in time. The double play spoils everything. Cincinnati picks up 3 hits, just 1 run. And Toronto survives. A 1-1 game as we head to the top of the second. Aviles, Santana, and Uribe coming up. Aviles. Just got to think about how they say it. Mike Aviles. I got to be the PA announcer. Double left, or both starting pitchers lefties for this game. Pitch just gets the bottom of the zone. It's 0-1. That one misses low. I don't think so. 1-1. That one stays just outside. Yes, they're a group from the 80s. They might actually, New Kids on the Block might be older than I am. That is swung on and missed. I don't know if I need that in my Google search history, but we'll look it up anyway. Active from 1984. Yeah, that is 5 years older than me. That's punched foul. And that will... Ooh, it dribbled past everybody. A desperation heave. I looked like that was going to have a couple of opportunities to be an out, but instead it wiggles its way through. So the leadoff batter gets on. That one's fouled away. 1-1 game here in the top half of the second. Nobody gone. And a runner on first. That is crushed out to right center field. He waits to see what's going to happen. It's out of the stadium. It is gone. A 2-run home run for Toronto. Carlos Santana, 384. Majestic feat. I thought maybe he'd have a beat on it. And just kind of kept going. Juan Uribe. Thanks everybody for giving a thumbs up to the video. Again, if you're you want to support the channel for free, liking, subscribing. Very helpful. All right, 3-1, nobody gone. Kind of just treat this, just hit the reset button, treat it like a fresh inning. Sails that one inside. One and one. That'll be looped out to right. Right fielder on top of it, and he bounces back pretty nicely, gives up the home run, picks up out number one. And Nelson Cruz makes the catch. Lorenzo Cain with a good looking average there, right at 500. Yeah, right at 500. That is just on the outside edge. Oh, he's going to try the bunt, but it's back to the wall. That'll make it 0-2. And instead he'll roll it over to the third baseman, who fires across the diamond for out number 2. So again, another good bounce back. Gets the out. Gets the out via the fly ball. Gets the out via the grounder to third. And that'll bring in Johnny Damon. 1 for 1. He has a single, a stolen base. He came around to score. He got on board via the bunt. There's that tricky curveball. We've seen that lefty throw that big curve toward the top of the zone in that high outside corner. Finally gets one to go. Damon with a swing and a foul. And a big swing and a miss. So that will retire the side. So a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout after the 2-run home run. Settles down. The lefty settles down just enough. Keeps his team in the game. It's 3-1 for Morrison, Guzman, and the other guy. Coming up here for the Reds. They are able to strike back in the bottom of the first. Can they strike back in the bottom of the second? That pitch is in for a strike. That's misses. Morrison fires it up the first base line. Pitcher covers, and that's out number 1. Kind of a funky little animation there. Kind of just looked like everything was slowed down, but it's another one where it pulls that first baseman into foul territory, makes the throw kind of funky. That one rolled over foul up the first base line. That one stays upstairs for a ball. One and two with one gone. That one popped out to right field. Right fielder comes in. Stops and waits, and that is out number 2. So Toronto. Couple outs here to lead off this inning, and looking to put up a goose egg. Put a goose egg up on the board. I knew I said a couple of words in there somewhere wrong. And he gets the strike call at the knees. Yeesh. Don't know about that one. Oh and 1 with 2 away. Big swing and a miss on that. Swing and a miss, so that will retire the side. Toronto holds on to that 2-run lead. Doesn't even give him an opportunity to bounce or try to bounce back. Derek Jeter's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He'll lead off the top of the 3rd, looking for a little insurance before, well, I would say hand it off to the closer, but this game doesn't have that logic. It's 3-1 here in Cincinnati, for those of you just joining. That one's rolled over foul. And this one's going to be popped and foul. Just in the crowd there. Right fielder wasn't really going to have a shot at it in any way, shape, or form. So here comes the lefty. That's rolled over up the 3rd base line. Jeter is going to be out at 1st. It's a bit of a gamble there for the 3rd baseman. It's probably going to stay fair regardless, so it's a good job to charge at it and just try to make the play. But boy, if something goes wrong there, could be in some trouble. Not like with the coaching staff, like he's going to get a timeout or anything, but I don't think that's a guy you want to put on base when you're trying to just keep this one close. That is outside. Here comes the 2-0. That one's fouled away. Fouled away. Makes it 2-1 with 1 gone. That one misses outside. And that is launched out towards right field. Does it have the distance? It does. It is long gone. A solo shot from Miguel Cabrera puts the Toronto Blue Jays up 4-1. That's the insurance run that you're looking for before heading to the bottom of the final inning. A majestic 372 feet. Majestic. I think they make jerseys. Andre Ethier, 1 for 1 with a double. That sails outside for a ball. Lefty-lefty matchup here. That's going to get a strike call. So Two pitches that look pretty similar. Probably would have been a 1-1 count either way. But the first one started in and went out. The other one started in, or started middle, went out, started in, went in, middle, whatever. You get where I'm going with it. That's fouled away. 1-2. 4-1 here in the top of the third. That is drilled. Second baseman with a nice sliding stop. Fires strongly over to first, and that is out number 2. They will go to the bullpen to bring in a right-handed pitcher. It's Dan Cortez. 8 games with a 1-3 record. He has an ERA of 18 in 6 innings, 7 walks, 8 strikeouts. No hits listed on the stat lines for the relievers. Nady's going to step in. Is that enough? No, it's not. Oh, he went for the dive, but came up short. He will hit second in. That is where he will stop. Probably a smart move on his part, but it is a smart move on his part because that was a really strong throw in towards second base. So the Blue Jays may not be done adding runs on just yet. Runner in scoring position. There are 2 gone. Oh, 1. That is going to be popped out to right field. Second baseman all over it as the runner rounds third. He puts it away as he neared the foul line, and that will do it. Toronto adds 1 via the solo home run. Castro, Sizemore, Keppinger. Last chance for the Reds here in the bottom of the third. That pitch gets away. 1-0. That one can't quite get them at the knees. 2-0 from the lefty. Not what you want to see. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be. That one just outside. Just outside. That one misses low, and that will put him on base. Okay. So the Reds in business early. Hamill's not really finding the zone at all in that at-bat. That'll bring up Grady Sizemore, 1 for 1 with a single. Came around to score. What can he do down by 3? Nobody gone. Able to check on the runner at first. He is safe. Not really much of a reason to check on him, but okay. Lefty is ready to throw it. He's going to check on the runner at first again. We get the double safe called as he's back in. No problem. I don't know if these checks are just to give the relievers more time to warm up or what, but he's already walked a batter and he's fallen behind this one, 1-0. That is going to be a brutal out for the Cincinnati Reds. You just can't have that. You are trying to get back in this game. He hasn't thrown in the strike zone very effectively here in the bottom half of the third. It's a good pitch sequence, really jammed him there. Maybe got him a little anxious with that, with a couple of checks over at first. That one's inside for a ball. 1-0. One more game coming up for you. It is the Pirates and the Brewers. Coming up next. That one's rolled over foul. Lefty winds and fires. Rolls over this one. Shortstop to second. Fires over to first, and that will retire the side and end the game. It'll be 4-1 Toronto. So I said that Toronto hasn't looked all that great. They've been kind of disappointing with their lineup being as stacked as it is offensively. And they come up with a 4-1 win. Carlos Santana, 1 for 1. A 2-run home run. Makes him your player of the game. Toronto scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. So one of the more consistent scoring efforts we've seen all season from any team. Cole Hamels gets the win and improves to 2-2. John Lester gets the loss. He falls to 1-2. Santana and Cabrera both with their third long ball of the season. And that will do it for game number 3. We're going to head, like I said, we're going to head to Milwaukee. Pirates, Brewers. I need to fix that folder of crap later. But that's not your problem. It's my problem. Whoa. Scrolling on down. Do we have any games? No, we did not. They were right next to each other. Or did we? No, we talked about it. Never mind. Pirates Brewers, our last game of the day. 3-0 Dodgers over the Twins. Yeesh. Interesting how these teams are kind of mirrors of each other. I feel like Milwaukee is always just at the bottom of the leaderboards offensively, and I guess it makes sense when you're kind of poorly rated overall. Kind of held on that for a second. Yeah, 6th in pitching, below 26th in everything else. The Pirates are top 15 in 3 categories, but their pitching is really bad. So what's going to give today? As these two teams face off, and our quadruple header gets ready to come to a close. It's the 13-12 Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the 10-15 Milwaukee Brewers. Here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out on this lovely Tuesday evening. Something I should be calling out during the loading screens and stuff, but I haven't gotten into that habit yet. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribing. Free and easy ways to help the channel. Nick Markakis, the right fielder, is going to lead things off. Ryan Theriot, the shortstop. Robinson Cano at second. Jose Bautista at third. I always put a little too much emphasis on the U. Miguel Olivo at designated hitter. Alfonso Soriano at left field. In left field, Nick Johnson, he's patrolling first. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick, he is in center. Ivan Rodriguez is the catcher. So Pittsburgh with one of the trickier name collections. It's really just the two. And Olivo's not even that hard. It's just I like to put an extra L in there. Olivio. Whatever. 2-1 for CeCe. A 1.98 ERA. They are wasting him. 5 games with a good-looking ERA. What am I trying to say here? Sabathia's 2-1 with a 1.98 ERA. 13.2 innings pitched in 5 games. 13 hits, 8 walks, and 15 strikeouts. So we'll welcome you on in. First pitch is a ball. Another lefty starter here. As the Brewers, I believe, wearing some alternate uniforms. I think their blue was a little bit darker. But this game is their blue is a little darker, as evidenced by the score bug up there and my knowledge of their current uniforms. As he puts a charge into this one in left field. Nothing doing, though, and that is out number 1. Yeah, Ryan Terrio. Well, I always want to say, like, Thierot, but Terrio. We're getting better at it. He'll put a swing on to that first pitch and drive that into right field for a single. So 1 on, 1 out here for the Pirates early in this one. CC Sabathia, depending on how these stats continue to go throughout this game, or this season, I should say, could be a real big waste on this Brewers team that is not very good. But you can also see why they would be so highly rated in the pitching category. Because CC Sabathia is doing good stuff. Robinson Cano steps in, 1 on, 1 out. Lefty-lefty matchup. That stays just above the letters, and that is a ball. A ball high. And you're going to put a runner in motion, but he fouls it off. Oh, they're going to put him in motion again. He's going to get in safely at second. So that puts a runner in scoring position. And maybe the first successful steal of the video. They have been willing to put the runners in motion, and that's going to benefit them greatly. As he rounds third, the left fielder is up with the ball late. It'll be an RBI single for Robinson Cano, getting a hold of a left-handed pitch there. Just fought that one off, punched it into left field, and Pirates lead 1-0. Compliment CC Sabathia, talk about how good his ERA is, all that stuff. Then he gives up a run in the first inning. Batista steps up. Rolls over that one, foul. 0-1.
That's a foul ball.
That's a foul ball. That's a foul ball, everybody. Just so everybody knows. Hey, everybody, just want to make sure that you know that's a foul ball. That's a foul ball. He's going to check over at first. That is one of the better attempts that we have seen. That was one of the closest, I should say. And it even had that funky hitch from Sabathia. It's just, it seemed like a bad jump back for Cano. One and one with 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the first in a 1-0 game, as that's fouled away. Batista wasn't on a regular. That is fouled away. Oh, no, it's not foul. It's coming back in. Oh, my goodness. What in the world? Is there some significant wind? What is happening? 18 miles an hour wind. Okay, that explains it. I thought that was foul, no problem. And then it veered so far back over to the playing field. Wow. Sabathia comes set. Fires that. Foul. That one is in for a strike. Here comes the 0-2. Misses low, good eye. That is a broken bat pop-up. Sabathia goes to cover first base, but the first baseman makes the catch, so it doesn't really matter. Nice job, though, getting over there. Pittsburgh puts up 2 hits, scores 1 run, and gets a little bit of help from the steal. It's 1-0 as we head to the home half. Brian Roberts, the second base, switch hitting second baseman, will lead things off for the Brewers. Niger Morgan in center, Jason Kubel in right, Luke Scott at first, Vernon Wells in left. Jack Cust is your designated hitter. Luis Valbuena is the shortstop. David Freese at third. Ryan Hannigan, your catcher. Okay, how is this so far behind? Matt Latos, 2-3 with a 3.07 ERA, 5 games with 14.2 innings pitched, 14, 6, and 18. That is one of the better balances that we've seen. 14 hits and the 6 walks would be 20, but does have the 18 strikeouts. So that is it's a real positive if you're giving up some hits, giving up some walks, but still striking out a ton of batters. Well, let's see what this right-hander can do against this Milwaukee offense, which is one of the lower rated in the MLB. They are, like I said, they are 6th in pitching. They are 26th in below in the other categories, including overall. So this Milwaukee team is looking to score 2 runs and have perfect pitching apparently the entire season. That's fouled away. That's foul as well. So the right-hander looking for a put-away pitch here. A couple foul balls in a row. It's 1-2. Nobody gone here as we just hit the home half of the first inning. That is a called strike 3. Roberts has a couple extra words with the umpire. Does not like the call. And I mean, it looked like it was right along those letters. It's a tricky angle for us to be able to tell if it was a strike or if it was a ball. But hey, sometimes you gotta protect yourself in those 2 strike counts. Cannot let the umpire decide whether you live or die up there. 1 gone for the Brewers as that's fired low for a ball. 1-0. That is in for a strike. That pitch is in for a strike. Two and 2 in the bottom of the first. That one's fouled away. Two and 2 with 1 gone. And that will be an out. Nice play by the shortstop. It gets a little nerve-wracking, maybe a little unnecessarily, but I mean, we just see so many bobbles and bad dives. It's a relief. It's like It's refreshing. That's the word I'm looking for. Refreshing to see the shortstop or the second baseman specifically make a clean play like that, especially when they charge the ball. So 2 gone here in the 1-0 game. Bottom of the first. And he'll take a pitch inside. The Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher here has not latest maybe? Can't remember the last name. I'm trying to parse it together on the blurry letters, but it's not working. That pitch is in for a strike. He hasn't been super locked in zone-wise. Like he's been a little wily. Here comes the 1-1. That's rolled over. Third baseman. He makes a nice stop. Good hustle up the first baseline, but not in time. That'll be out number 3. Milwaukee held hitless. It'll be Soriano, Johnson, and Young, the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Pittsburgh, who have a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the second. Soriano, no home runs, but a 3.21 average. 5 RBI and a stolen base. That is punched out to the third base side in the rare time that we actually see them make the play. That is an out. And that's a nice defensive gem on the backside. And that's the part of the play that we saw. That's the replay that we got. All right. Thank you for that, I guess. Nick Johnson. He'll step in for these Pittsburgh Pirates. Feels like we're watching 2 very middle-of-the-road teams. I mean, Sabathia is going to be a bright spot for the Brewers regardless, because he is looking good. That's going to be punched up the middle, just over it. Dove a little bit late. If he dives a little early, he might be able to get that slide to stop it. I don't think he's going to get up and throw the ball over in time, but not as bad as some of the dives we see, but also could have been better. Kind of weighing each option. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick stepping up here with a runner on and 1 gone. Pittsburgh was able to help themselves to that first run via with a little assistance from a stolen base. I don't think they'll send this next guy, or the guy on first. But hey, you never know. Game has been very steal happy today. It has not been effective. Not even a little. That pitch misses low. Here comes the 1-1. Just high. I don't know about that one. Here's the 2-1. That stays. That one was a little more of a ball. That other one seemed like it was a little more on the line. We saw kind of a funky strike 3 call in the bottom half of the last inning, so I don't know. 3-1 is your count. That stays outside, and that will walk the batter. So, runner in scoring position for Ivan Rodriguez. Ivan, okay. Yeah, a little too hard on the I there, Sean. A little softer. E. Ivan Rodriguez, 1 away. 2 on, looking for a little insurance. I guess it's not really top of the second inning thought process, but looking to assert your lead. That is low and outside. Two and 0 with 1 gone. That gets the strike at the knees. So Sabathia really working that low part of the zone. That is a strike. The outside part of the plate. Here comes the 2-2. That is launched into right field. Right fielder makes the catch. Ooh, we saw one get over ahead today. And that one happens just frequently enough. Just frequently enough to where you're like, is this going to be the time? So Nick Markakis is going to step in. He's 0 for 1 today. Runners on the corners. Looking to pick up a little... looking to boost this lead a little bit. That gets a strike call. Oh and 2. 2 on, 2 gone. Markakis fouls that one off. Good job to just stay alive with an 0-2 count. That's outside as well. Here comes the 1-2. That is foul up the first base line. Ooh, he's gonna get him. He jammed him. That brutal wind kicks in, and that will be an out. So the side is retired. Pittsburgh picks up a hit and a walk, but can't do anything with it. And we will head to the home half of the second. Okay, so here is the leadoff batter for the Brewers. They're only down 1, and again, this right-handed pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates can't seem to come up with the strikes to lead or to open these batters up in any real consistent manner. That one misses low. And he'll roll over this one to third base. Third baseman rises and fires. Strongly across the diamond. It is 1 gone for Vernon Wells. 6 RBI, 1 stolen base. A good looking average. I think that average even looks a little bit better when you have the 26th ranked offense or whatever it is. The 26th ranked in the 26th ranked defense and the 27th offense, something like that. And even though you have the 6th ranked pitching staff, it still puts you at 26th in the league. But I'm guessing that the difference between 1st and 30th is a lot different in a random roster, a fantasy draft situation, rather than rather than real life. Whereas the Dodgers and the Colorado Rockies, very different teams in our current day and age. Three and 0. I mean, this has got to be a hands off the controller take. It is. There's the automatic to make it 3 and 1. See how aggressive this batter wants to be. That one high and outside. So, never really took the bat off the shoulder. And that'll put a runner on first. That was well outside. Good take for the walk. Jack Cust, go Mariners, playing for the former Seattle Pilots, the Milwaukee Brewers. He'll step in with a runner on first. Do they try to get any motion going here? They do not, at least not on that pitch. That one's fouled away. That just gets the inside part of the plate. Strike one. And he'll slice that over to third. Turned all the way over to first. And that is a double play that ends the inning. Milwaukee's still hitless. They pick up a walk, but it's erased immediately. Terrio, Cano, and Cabrera. That gets the bottom of the zone. Wow. Sabathia with a little dot there to lead, there to open things up. 0-1. Milwaukee Brewers trail the Pittsburgh Pirates 1-0 here in the top of the third. That pitch stays inside to even things up at 1-1. Is the left fielder made a face-smashing diving grab. I was wondering, the wind has been so bad in this game. I thought he might have an opportunity. He did, as his arm, face, and head and everything goes through the wall. Robinson Cano 1-for-1 with a single. Knocked in the only run of the game. The wind is blowing from left field to right field at about 18 miles an hour, so when you see a ball that you think is going to go foul, it just goes up and then just curves back in. It is a wild thing to see. Lefty fires a strike in. Here comes the 1-1. That misses low. Doesn't get the call at the knees. Three and one. That is crushed out to left field. That's going to get all the way to the wall. He is going to turn at first and fired in. It'll be safe. A double for Cano. Both of his hits going out to left field. First one scored a run. Second just puts a runner in scoring position for Batista. And foul up the first base line. I think that was just going to advance the runner to third. Either way, it's a strike. That is a strike taken, or a pitch taken for a strike. 0-2. That one just misses outside for a ball. Here comes the 1-2. Misses low. That misses low as well. Count is full. Runner on second. Lefty ready. Rocks and fires. That is well outside. So a great take by Batista. So it'll be 2 on with just 1 gone. As we get a little animation that he might be wearing out a bit. They'll leave him in for the moment. Miguel Olivo is going to step in. I believe go Mariners at this particular time. The lefty winds and fires. That one's inside for a ball. The lefty. Oh, this one is launched out to left field. It's the wind. The wind is absolutely brutal in Milwaukee today. Wow. I mean, it makes those Cano hits even more impressive because he kept it nice and low so the fielder wasn't able to get to it and the wind wasn't able to take it to the fielder. Soriano takes a ball inside, 1-0. Sabathia doing an excellent job trying to keep this game just as close as possible. It's the lone successful steal attempt as Soriano punches that foul. And then just a hit from Cano that was fought off into left field that allowed the runner to come around. Other than that, he's looked good today. You can really see that ERA and why it's so low. Third baseman throws over to first for out number 3. That'll retire the top half of this inning. And in the Brewers, hey, they have a chance. They're only down 1. 4 hits, only 1 run to show for Pittsburgh, excuse me. Milwaukee has their 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up as they have no hits, and the lone walk hit into a double play. The next batter hit into a double play. So the lone walk was erased by a double play. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Some would say near impossible. So the righty fires it, misses low. That is hit out to left. See if the wind takes it for Milwaukee. No, that one drops into foul territory. Okay. Weird break for Pittsburgh. We've seen like 2 or 3 of them turn back toward the left fielder, and that one just did not get affected by the wind at all. Is it still going? Yeah, it's 18 miles an hour.
Okay, let's play ball.
Okay, let's play ball. Here's another. Oh, third baseman has been on fire. It's Jose Bautista. I forget that he plays third base. He's been really good in this game, and that'll bring up the third baseman David Freese on the other side. That pitch is in for a strike. Oh and 1. 0 and 2 now with 1 gone. A little too cute with that pitch as it sails outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That misses low. The righty. That misses low. So getting a little too cute here. It's a 1-run game. If you walk this guy with a full count, I mean, it's a possibility. Here's the payoff pitch. It brings the winning run to the plate. This will go out to right field, and it will come up a little, actually quite a ways short for out number 2. Coming up after the game, we'll get you caught up on some scores from around the league, and then we will bid you goodbye. Until Thursday, we'll be back with 4 more games of action. The last 4 games that we have not covered through this little 3-game weekend set. As we move on through MLB 11's 82-game season, 3-inning games, randomized rosters via a fantasy draft, and pitchers that are supposed to not have any flippin' stamina, but they have stamina. This game broke me. So that pitch misses. 1-0. That's fouled away. Milwaukee down to their final out, and now down to their final strike, as that is a foul ball. That is fouled away as well. And gets the strike called, so Milwaukee falls 1-0. They get no hit in this one. 1 walk erased by a double play. And that will do it. 1-0 Pittsburgh. And I think you're seeing why Milwaukee's maybe the 26th best team in the game is because they could not come up with 1 run. Boy, that really felt like watching this era of Mariners, 2011 era of Mariners. Hey, it's a 1-0 game. Felix Hernandez pitches 8 strong innings. He strikes out 10 or whatever, and they lose 1-0. Matt Latos gets the win, and he is your player of the game. 3 innings pitched, no hits, 2 strikeouts. He improves to 3-3. CC Sabathia falls to 2-2. No home runs, no saves on the day. And that will do it. That is your 4th and final game of the afternoon. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate it. If you're new here, thanks for joining. And again, as the game loads, if you want to hit the like button, that helps out the channel, helps out the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you'd like more. And let's go ahead and I'm going to save just in case I goof something up. I'm always so scared. I don't have a great way to fix it, so let's just save. We'll save, we'll advance, we'll read some scores, we'll save, and then we'll get the heck out of here. As another reminder, new taste test tomorrow coming out, so that's exciting. Let's go schedule. Let's sim to date. And these should be all the games that we watched today. Where were we? We had the Blue Jays and the Reds 4-1. Okay. So the Dodgers over the Twins 3-0. Pirates over the Brewers 1-0. The Athletics beat the Cardinals. Both teams down 12-15. This is a 2-0 final for you. The Giants fall to the Guardians 2-0, and the Mariners pick up a win over the Rockies. They are now 17-10. 3-2 your final there, where you look at the 17-win Mariners, 17-win Rockies. The Guardians have 16. The Braves, Reds, Blue Jays all have 15. The Phillies number 1. The Yankees have 17. The Astros have 16. I want to say there's one other team in there. But there you go. It might have been the Giants, but they have 16 losses, which is kind of mean. We'll have 4 more games of action for you tomorrow. So if you'd like to see more, we'll go ahead and pop another save here. That helps me out. It'll be May 2nd on Thursday, which will be December 4th. Oh, that's the day of that big DLC for Gran Turismo. Very exciting. All right, while this game is saving, I will let you know. Like I just said, we'll be back Thursday with more baseball here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already and you'd like more content. I stream 4 games of MLB 11 the show. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it's 5 nights a week. You get 2.5 to 3 hours of me commentating fake baseball with random rosters, 3-inning games, and pitchers that are supposed to not have any stamina in an 82-game season. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. We'll catch you Thursday for more. Check out the other content on the channel. Big new taste test coming up tomorrow. The SpongeBob SquarePants Burger King meal. So check that out in the morning, and we'll see you Thursday. Good sports, go baseball, and we'll see you later. Good night, everybody.